Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo Buddhaya. A very hearty welcome to the Sunday Dhamma program, and it's falling on this auspicious full moon day. So, dear Upasakas and Upasikas, and those who are joining online for the comprehensive course on Buddhism, we welcome you for this Vasa course, and today we are completing a month in the Vasa. So far we have finished 8 sessions, 4 weeks. So I hope that you are all enjoying and listening the Dhamma and practicing at your homes. Pankajji?
Yes, Bante.
Yeah.
Namo Buddhaya and welcome everyone to comprehensive course on Buddhism. On behalf of all the participants, I would be making request to Bante for Shamayachana. So I request all the participants to please hold your hand and join with me. Okasavandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Kattang Sabba Paradham Khamatu me Bhante Dutiyampi Okasavandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Kattang Sabba Paradham Khamatu me Bhante Tatiyampi Okasavandami Bhante Dvaratayena Maya Kattang Sabba Paradham Khamatu me Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Bhante. I just wanted to welcome one more time all the participants to comprehensive course on Buddhism. Again, this is week 5, session 2, continuing with the main topic of upholding the Dhamma in family, society, and community. Our topic today is 7 types of wives, Buddha's advice to Lady Sujata. Our teacher today is Venkiku Bodhicitta. Bhante, I'm going to request you to start the session. Bhante.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. First of all, I pay my homage, my humble salutation at the lotus feet of the Supreme Buddha. I pay my humble salutation to the Dhamma well proclaimed by the Buddha. I pay my humble salutation to the noble Sangha who has established themselves on the right path of Nibbana. I pay my humble salutation to our most respected Bara Bhanteji, Dr. Acharya Buddha. I pay my respect to Kasava Bhanteji and all the Bhikkhu Sanghas present here, and all the Samaneras and Anagarikas, Upasakas and Upasikas, those who are participating in the course and those who are attending here. I give my metta to all of you, and once again, hearty welcome to today's auspicious Sunday Dhamma program. So the subject of the discourse today is husband and wives, the 7 types of wife, the discourse to Lady Sujata. So this sutta comes in the as you may know that in the Tipitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, Sutta Pitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka, the 84,000 the Buddha preached after he attaining enlightenment till the last day. So all those suttas are kept in these three Pitaka. So this sutta we find in the Sutta Pitaka in the book of Anguttara Nikaya, the numerically dense discourses of the Buddha, the chapter of 7, because here it has been discussed about the 7 types of wives. So it will come in the 7 chapters. So this sutta starts like that. On one, after waking up in the morning, after getting ready by donning his robes and bowl, he, as usual, he went to the house of Anathapindika, who always regularly used to invite the Buddha. As you may heard that Anathapindika was the very great layman upasaka householder, who was the chief supporter, chief disciple, chief lay-male disciple of the Buddha, who used to give sanghadana, food to the sangha every day to some 500 monks every day. So that day when the Buddha went to the house of Anathapindika, and when he sat down with all the Bhikkhu Sangha, the Buddha heard that there were some noise and uproars and some kinds of fighting, some kinds of noise in the house, and nobody had any kind of peacefulness in the house. So when Anathapindika came near the Buddha and paid respect to the Buddha, Lord Buddha asked Anathapindika, Upasaka, why in your house there is so much noise like the fish market, so much uproars and so much noise like in the fish market? Then Anathapindika explained that, oh Lord, in our house, our daughter-in-law, whose name is Lady Sujata, she is very how to say, noise making, and she is very bad character, and she does not pay respect, she does not obey and pay respect to anyone. She does not obey to her husband, to her mother and father-in-law, and she is very mischievous, and she her character is very bad. Anathapindika said like that. Then the Lord Buddha told Anathapindika to call the Lady Sujata in front of the Buddha. And when the Lady Sujata came near the Buddha, paid respect to the Buddha, then the Buddha, with a mind full of metta, asked her, "O Lady Sujata, O Upasika Sujata, there in this world, there are these 7 kind of wives. And what 7? There is a kind of wife who is like a slayer, killer, and a wife like thief, and like tyrant, and like a mother, and like a sister, and like a friend, and one like a handmaid. So these are the 7 types of wives. So which one of you is one of them?" So then this Upasika, Lady Sujata, she was unable to understand. The Buddha told in short. So she requested the Buddha to explain it in detail. So what, oh Lord, what is the meaning of these 7 types of wives? Kindly explain me in clear. So then the Buddha said, okay, then Sujata, listen carefully what I say. Then the Buddha explain with the 7 gathas about these all types of wives. So in the first gatha, the Buddha says that the first type of wife, the Buddha say, Padutta citta ahuta nukampini anye suratta atimanyate pating dhane naki tassa vadhaya ussuka ya eva rupa purisassa bhariya vadhacha bhariyati jasa pavuchati. So in English, the translation is like, with hateful mind, cold and heartless, lusting for others, despising her husband, who seeks to kill the one who brought her. Such a wife is called a slayer. So the first type of wife is like a killer and heartless. She's very, very characterless. First of all, she's characterless and having bad character, having affair with others, and she has a very hateful mind. If somebody wants to correct her, if somebody wants to tell her, whether her in-laws, whether her husband, she's even ready to kill or to beat her husband or her family members. So such type of wives also exist in the world. So this is the first kind of wife, the Buddha say. Then the second types of wife is yang ithiya vindati sami kodha nang sipang wanijanja kasing adithahang appam pitassa apaha tumichati ya eva rupa purisassa bhariya chori cha bhariyati chasa pauchati. The translation is, when her husband acquires wealth by his craft or trade or farming work, she tries to filch a little for herself. Such a wife is called a thief. So the second type of wife is like a thief. Whatever her husband earns the wealth, or whoever in the family earns the wealth, so she always try to steal it for her own personal purpose or some personal interest. So such type of wives, she always make the house to fall down, to deteriorate, or to become poor. The family becomes poor, like in that sense. So she is not sincere with the earning of the household. So such type of wife is called one like a thief. And the third kind of wife, that's it. Akamma kama alasa mahaggasa Pharusa chadandi duruttavadini utthayakanang abhibhuya vattati ya eva rupa purisassa bhariya ayya cha bhariyati cha sa pauchati. So the third kind of wives, the slothful glutton bent on idling, harsh, fierce, rough in speech, a woman who bullies her own supporter. Such a wife is called a tyrant. So this third type of wife, she is very slothful, means she is very lazy. She does not want to do any household work. And when someone tries to correct her, she becomes angry. She does not want to get corrected. And she always gossip and would say about her husband, about her in-laws, about her family members to others. And she would gossip with others. She would find fault, only keep finding fault in the family, in the husband, in the son, in the family, in the in-laws. So like that is that third kind of wife. She herself is very lazy, very slothful, and also find fault in others. So this is the third kind of wife. Then the fourth kind of wife, ya sabbada hoti hita nukampini mata waputtang anurakhate pating tato dhanang sambhata masarakhati ya eva rupa purisassa bhariya mata cha bhariyati cha sa pauchati. One who is always helpful and kind, who guards her husband as a mother to her son, who carefully protects the wealth he earns. Such a wife is called a wife like a mother. So this one is like a mother, a good one, who is always helpful and kind to her husband, to her family members. She is very kind and careful about what her husband earns and her family members earn, and she always try to protect and care to all the family members like a mother to her son. So this is the fourth type of wife. And the fifth one, Buddha said, Yathapi jetha bhagini kanithaka Sagarava hoti sakam hisamike hiri mana bhattuasa Tini ya eva rupa purisassa bhariya bhagini cha bhariyati cha sa pavuchati. So the fifth kind of wife is she who holds her husband in high regard as a younger sister holds the elder born, who humbly submits to her husband's will. Such a wife is called a sister. So and another type of wife is there exists, who is like a sister. She always humbly, whatever right or wrong or whatever thing is there, she always humbly submit herself, agree to her husband, to her family members, and she also takes care and respect she respects her husband like a younger sister to her elder brother. So such type of wives also do exist in the world. Now the sixth kind of wife is Akkudha Santa Wada Dantata Jita Adut Tiniya Eva Rupa Purisassa Bhariya Dasi cha bhariyati sakhi cha bhariyati cha sa pavuchati. So see, one who rejoices at her husband's side, as one friend might welcome another well-raised, virtuous, devoted. Such a wife is called a wife like a friend. So the sixth type of wife is like a friend. So when she sees her husband after coming from work, she rejoices at the sight of her husband, at the presence of her husband, like a friend. When his or her friend is around, he or she rejoices, and they stay and they take care of each other like a friend. So like a friend might welcome another friend who has come from distance. So like that, that kind of wife, she always awaits her husband like the one, like a friend, well-raised, virtuous. She's devoted. She always ready to take care of her husband like a friend. So this is the sixth type of wife. Now the seventh and last type of wife that the Buddha said is Akkudha Santa Vada Dantachati Akkudhana Bhattu Vasana Vuttini Ya Eva Rupa Purisassa Bhariya Dasi Cha Bhariyati Cha Sa Pavuchati. So the last one, the Buddha said that one without anger, afraid of punishment, who bears with her husband free of hate, who humbly submits to her husband's will, such a wife is called a wife like a handmaid. So now the seventh type is like a handmaid. She is very patient. She is very patient, and she afraid of punishment, of being angry, of being mistake, and she always bear. Sometimes if her husband is angry or not in a good mood, she bears it, and she keep her mind free from hate. She does not hate anyone, like a handmaid, like a maid or servant in the house. They always bear the anger or hate of their master, and they would act and they would do their work skillfully with understanding. So that wife, she also act like understanding, having patience, and whatever shortcoming comes in the house, she act and she manage it skillfully. And also sometimes when some ups and downs in the family come, or someone is not in good mood, maybe her husband or somebody, she always have patience and she takes care and she behave very humbly to everyone. So such type of wife is called like wife like a handmaid. So now in the next gatha, the Buddha says, Ya chida bhariya vadhakati vuchati chori cha ayati cha ya pavuchati dussila rupa parusa anadara kayasa bedha nirayang vajanti ta. So next gatha Buddha said, one with the types of wives who is called a slayer, a killer, a thief, and the wife like a tyrant. This kind of wives, with the body's breakup after passing away, they are reborn in the hell, in the state of hell. So here Buddha explained, now the wife like a killer who has bad mind, and like a thief, and who is lazy and always doing the gossiping, finding fault with others. So these three types of wife, Buddha said that after they pass away, they are reborn in apaya, having bad character, having affair, and having a hateful mind. Having hateful mind. So like that wife, they are lazy, who's also lazy and does not act harmoniously in the family. So such type of wives, they are reborn in the hell. Then in the next gatha, yachi damata bhag sa pavuchati sile titatta chiraratta sangmuta kayasa bheda sugating vajanti tati. But wives like mother, like sister, like friend, and the wife called a handmaid, steady in virtue, long restraint, with the passing away in this life, they are reborn in the heaven. So Buddha said, those who are like a mother and sister, like a friend, and the wife like a handmaid, so they, after practicing virtue, after keeping the moral virtue, moral value in their life, practicing patience and having the sila, not having bad character, having good character, practicing the sila, and having restraint and having metta towards others in the family. So after they die, they are reborn in the heaven. So Buddha asks Sujata, Sujata, these are the 7 kind of wives. Now, which one of these are you? Then at that time, Sujata, when she heard this discourse from the Buddha, she was very much ashamed. She was sitting there with a down head, and she paid respect to the Buddha and said that, oh Lord, beginning from today, from now at this moment onwards, please Lord Buddha, who is like a handmaid. It means I will act with understanding in the family. I will support, I will respect my family members. I will do the practice the dana sila bhavana. No, they are very virtuous and righteous family. So I will act according to like that. So please consider me as the 7th type of wife. So this was the sutta. From then onwards, Sujata, she became a very good daughter-in-law. So here the sutta is concluded. So further explaining about that in the family, and now as in this sutta it is explained about the wife, but don't get wrong that the Buddha only speaks about the wife. So some of you may think that even the husband, even the other family members should also act wisely. So yes, in the society, to make the society peaceful and harmonious, to act with understanding, to the world better, to make the family better, to make the society better. Every individual has got some response. So we can, or each individual, the young men who used to pay respect, who used to worship the 10 direction. There are 10 direction. So in the 10 direction, he used to pay respect without understanding it. So one day when the Buddha met him, Buddha explained that, oh young Sigala, you are doing this since very long time. Means even his father, even his forefathers, even his ancestors from so many generations, they were worshipping the directions, but they don't understand the meaning of paying respect to it. So the Buddha explained what is the meaning of paying respect to this direction. So when explaining in that sutta, I will not go through the whole sutta. So when explaining that, so when the Buddha was explaining about the Western direction, the meaning of paying respect to the Western direction, the significance is that a husband and a wife in the family, both they must act, they must live harmoniously, having caring each other and having supporting each other. So when they do like that, it means that paying respect to the Western direction. So in that sutta, Buddha explained there are 5 ways in which a husband should take care to his wife as the Western direction by honoring her, by not disparaging her. He must give respect to his wife by not disparaging her, by not making her feeling low or feeling depressed or feeling bad. So not disparaging her. So that is the second use and all this thing and all the household work. And then thus being ministered by her husband as the Western direction will reciprocate, means in return his wife must also give in return by properly organizing her work. Whatever work, household work is there, she must properly organize by being kind to the servants or whoever servant or handmaid is there in the house. She must be kind to them, she must be helpful to them, she must take care of them. By not being unfaithful, she also must not be unfaithful, having different affairs or like that. So she must be faithful. By protecting stores, so whatever stores are there, that means food store or some things, the household things. So whatever things are there, she must always protect it. She must always take care of it. So and by being skillful and diligent in all she has to do. So whatever she do in the house, she must be very skillful and diligent and wise. She must do it wisely. So like that, in the Sutta Buddha explained. Then many other like son to the parents, parents to their sons and daughters. So in this Sutta, Buddha explained the duties of sons and daughters and parents and husband and wives. So everybody in the have their individual responsibility, like you may see in the monastic life also, in the temple also. No monks just sit idly. Some monks are giving teaching, some monks are doing monastic work, some are preparing food, some are studying. So everyone got their own work, everyone do their work with sincerity and happily and wisely. If some problems come, instead of being angry, instead of being hateful, instead of being jealousy towards each other, so when having gain with each other, they are very harmonious. They are happy with karuna, and when they are someone having problem, they deal it with wisdom and supporting to each other. So like that, in the household, we can make our society, our household, our world a better world. And together with that, these are the worldly things that one must do. But being a couple or husband or wife, or being a son or being a parent, one must also further, Buddha explained, one must also practice and live a righteous life. as the Buddha said in the last Gatha, one must live a righteous life, practicing the dana, sila, and bhavana. So only maintaining the household is not enough, right? So one must do more good, more virtuous thing, more righteous thing. So what are the things they can do for the household person? Buddha says dana, sila, bhavana. Dana, giving dana, offering, helping other, supporting other, helping other. Whatever dana you can do in your life, you can offer dana to your friend. You can dana offer to someone who is needy, and to someone who is virtuous. Okay, if you can, there are different kinds of dana. If you can't give the dana, giving money or something like that, you can also give dana with your service, like coming to monastery, doing some service, or doing some social service. During this corona period, many people were doing social service. So like this, all these things are dana. So when people do and maintain like this, their society, their world, it becomes better. So that one must do, the Buddha said. Then practicing the sila, for the lay people, panchasila, not killing, not harming others, not stealing, or this thing, and then not having affairs and sexual misconduct, and then not telling lies, and not engaging, not drinking alcoholic drinks, taking drugs, and all these things. But when these things are broken, when these virtuous qualities are not practiced among the society, among the people, that society, those people, they will downgrade in their life. They will not progress. Wherever it is like that, wherever, in whichever place, whichever family, people used to take drugs, people used to take alcohol, people are liars, and people are this kind of doing sexual misconducts and stealing and killing, harming others. So they cannot live happily. The bhavana, the samadhi, is for the cleaning of the mind. So when you do meditation, your mind at that time, what you do, you don't let your mind to be engaged in evil things. So your mind is fully aware, fully in mindfulness, and your thinking, your you can say your focusing capacity, your thinking capacity, your wisdom capacity, it increases with the bhavana, with the meditation. So one must also develop the bhavana. So dana, sila, bhavana, one must develop and live a life according to like that. So then only in the family or in the society, they will progress and they will grow. So I wish and I hope that may you all, by remembering this beautiful sutta, beautiful advice of the Buddha, may you all grow on the path of the on the path of Dhamma, which the Buddha shown to us. May you develop dana, sila, bhavana, and progress in the life, and ultimately attain the final liberation of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you very much, Bhante, for this great discourse. Do we have time for question and answer here, Bhante? So participants, we have opened up the chat feature. Please type in your question. Bhante, the first question is, do we see the advices are in Buddhism? Do we see like the sons and daughter, they have given sort of similar responsibilities? Can you comment a little more on that, Bhante?
son and daughters. So if you find and read the Sutta, Sigalovada Sutta, there the Buddha explained about the duties, about the moral duties. These duties are moral duties. So you can find what are the moral duties of sons and daughters towards their parents, and the responsibility of parents to their son and daughters. So I recommend you to find out that Sutta and read, and you can find many important points there.
Thank you very much, Bhante. Bhante, the next question is, if one of the partners is not faithful and breaks the Shila, how should the other partner handle the situation?
So that is the common universal problem. We can say one partner is sometimes maybe good and one partner sometimes maybe wrong. So what you can do at the beginning only, first of all, the first thing at the beginning only, before becoming partner only, you must choose the right partner. So it is a very important thing. You must choose the right partner. So now after choosing also, if the partner is not right, not on the correct way, correct path, the other partner, he must try different methods, or he must try with patience to as much possible by him or by her to correct his or her partner and bring on the right way. So if that is also not working, then at the last method is to do whatever there is, how to say, whatever. So then we can do whatever there is legal procedure or legal partner. They must try to correct each other or to correct the other partner, but that is also not working. If that is also not working, so whatever the legal procedure or whatever the legal possibility is there, they can follow.
Thank you very much, Bhante. The second question on the similar lines is that, Bhante, if one of the partner in a couple is not on the path of Dhamma or does not believe in Dhamma, then how should the second partner get that person to walk on path of Dhamma?
See, if one partner is in the Dhamma and other is not, first of all, what you can do is try to bring him or her also, other partner also, on the right path of Dhamma. But if that is also not working, then let him or her live peacefully in their own way. Don't try to argue, or don't try to bring the hates among each other. So let first try as much possible, try to bring it on correct way. But if that is also not possible, you can yourself, just by yourself, you can practice the Dhamma. As you can find in the story of Visakha, first of all, she was not able to bring her family members in the to the Buddha or in the path of Dhamma, but she herself was practicing it as much possible. She herself is practicing and not showing any argument or being angry or doing argument with anybody. She herself is practicing it, but she was always keep trying to bring them also in Dhamma. At last she was successful. So like that one can do.
Thank you very much, Bhante. Bhante, the next question is watching pornographic content, is it equivalent to doing or committing an adultery?
You go to the next question.
Okay, Bhante said we'll skip this question. Please next.
Okay, Bhante, yes. The next one is, Bhante, this one is more like how Buddha is perceived here. So I will try to rephrase this question in a different way, Bhante. What the person is saying, that Buddha was more supporting the patriarchal society than matriarchal. So does that mean that even after enlightenment, Buddha was not able to eradicate the complete mental defilement? Can you comment on this, Bhante? This is sort of a big question and needs more explanation.
I also not able to understand this question properly. So I request another Bhante to reply it if possible. Okay. What is the question and what could be the suitable answer?
Sorry, Bhante, I couldn't hear that.
Can you just make it simple, the question?
Yes, Bhante. So basically, in the question, and there are a lot of assumptions being made. But the main question that the person wants to ask, that it appears that Buddha was supporting the patriarchal, that is male-dominated social order. And if that is true, then does it mean that the enlightened one, Buddha himself, even after getting enlightenment, was not able to completely eradicate their mental defilements?
Okay, Bhante will explain it.
Now I got these questions, what the person wanted to ask. You see, this is based on the person's assumption or presumption about this. So Buddha has never said any patriarchal or matriarchal society. He always give emphasis on the equality. So both men or women have the equal opportunity, equal status in the society, and they have equal opportunity to grow in Dhamma and also attain enlightenment. So in terms of reaching that goal, everybody are equal. So there is no discrimination with women as such. It's very important that ultimately we have to eradicate the mental defilements, whether we are men or women, we are carrying the defilements in our mind. So one who removes and eradicates defilements, they're pure, they reach to the state of enlightenment. So enlightenment is not only for men or women, even the great arahants, both monks and nuns, they all attain to that Buddhahood. So in Buddhism, there is equality at its apex. Everybody has their rights, has opportunity to get that perfect state.
Thank you very much, Bhante. Trying to see the questions up in here. Yes, Bhante. Sometimes the women in the family, they hide small money from the husband and they collect it in their savings pot. Okay. And when there is need for the family, then they take that money out. Now, is it called like, will that wife will be in the category of a thief wife, or is it like breaking of Shila? Can you comment on this, Bhante?
So you can see here this one will make very much complications. So in one saying we can say in one way, we can say that she is a very understanding wife. But in another way, I'll say that she's like a thief. So when she steals and she saves, she saves the money, and later when it's for personal use or for family, means for personal use, right? Are you telling for personal use?
She is using it for the family in the rainy day.
Okay, okay, for family. So she saves for the family.
Yeah.
So if that is the good thing, if that is how to say a right thing to do, she can do legally. She does not need to hide it. No, she can just tell her husband to save, make the saving, and she can do like that. But the act she's doing by hiding, it will be when she's get caught, or when someone knows about it. The first thing the other people will see that she was doing the stealing. So you can say at the first thing that it will make the complication. So better not make the complication in life. Better be straightforward, and who knows who will believe to her that I am saving it for the family, or so like that. So it makes complications. So better not do.
Again, I'll just read the question to you, Bhante. And so why everywhere only female characteristics define? Why not define the qualities of male characteristics when both are equally responsible? So while running a family or anything like that, are there any discourses Buddha had for husbands in the family?
Of course, I told you in the Sigalavada Sutta in the discourse only. This I knew this question may come up to one, so I told you, to live a harmonious life, every individual got their own responsibility and duties. So it can be found in. It is not like that the Buddha is speaking only women to be get correct. It is not like that. So every individual in the family must act responsibly, virtuously, in a right way to make the family. You can read the Sigalovada Sutta, but according to the situation there, because at that time when the Buddha went to the house of Anathapindika, it was the woman, the daughter-in-law, who was making noise and fighting with everyone. So according to the situation, the Buddha gave discourse on the women.
Okay, thank you very much, Bhante. So this one is like everybody in the family are dependent on one another. So what extent a bad karma or bad actions done by one partner would affect the mind and health of the other partner or the other family members?
So will it affect if one? Yeah, so you see, it can affect the family, or it can affect the partners, because you see, if someone got, for example, if someone got COVID in your family, other may also get it, right? So it will make how to say, it will, of course, it will affect other family members also. But individually, if one practice, every individual has their own karma. So whatever karma they do, they will get that karma, whether good or bad. According to that, they will get it. But if someone do bad among family only, not his papa or not his, he will may get directly to you, but it may affect the family when he is doing that. For example, if someone is alcoholic in the family, of course, by drinking, maybe the husband is alcoholic, he's drinking, no? But wife is very virtuous and she's very good. Of course, the wife will not get the karma of the husband, but surely in some way in the family, she will get the effect, because the husband is alcoholic, she has to take care and the family will be very much disturbed. So like that, in that way, it may affect.
Thank you very much, Bante. Bante, I think we are running out of time here. So the remaining questions.
So just one question from Dena Upasika from Indonesia. She asks that now, according to that, which wife is best told by the Buddha? Here at the end, the Buddha did not say that this is a good wife or this is the best wife. The Buddha only said that the first three, they are bad types, so they will be reborn in hell, and the last four, they are of a good type of wife. But according to the Sujata's assumption and understanding, we can see that she regards herself as the last type of wife. So who is not friendly, like a handmaid who acts in the house with understanding, who have patience and understanding. So she considered herself as that seventh type of wife. So the Buddha did not say particularly that be that like that wife, but only the Buddha said who is the right one, who are the wrong ones. So so according to the Sujata's understanding, we can say that the seventh one was the best one. So here we'll conclude.
Thank you very much, Bante. With that, I will pass on the session for Bante Buddha Datta to carry the further proceedings of the day.
So thank you, Venerable Bodhicitta Bhante, for your wonderful and inspiring discourse on the 7 types of wives. And this is these days is very relevant to our present day situations. And especially at times like this, we need to promote our family well-being and happiness and family welfare. And the Buddha is the greatest humanist or a philosopher, psychologist who knows exactly the problems in the family. And accordingly, he gave the discourse, the Dhamma, which if someone follows that at homes, whether they are in wife or husband in the family, if they sincerely they abide and follows the principles of Lord Buddha, you will find the real happiness and well-being in the family. Living in the family, you can still live a very peaceful, harmonious life. So that is the message of today's discourse. We do hope that you understood the implications and the deeper meaning of the Dhamma, and it's up to you now, reflect upon this and try to analyze where you stand. And if there is weakness within you, then you have to work hard to overcome that weakness and be a responsible person, be a Dhamma person at homes. The Dhamma is not only for the monastics, it's for the upasakas and upasikas. May you be well and happy, and may you, with your family members, grow on the path of Dhamma. And all those upasakas, upasikas who join here, may you also be well and happy and keep progressing on the path of Dhamma. And the online participants who are joining this Basa course, may you all be blessed by the Triple Gem and enjoy good health, happiness, and peace of mind. Sadhu.